Good morning, campers. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're doing something slightly different today. We're going to be going flying. Welcome to Stanley, Idaho. This is a lovely, lovely little city up in the mountains. There's something seriously wrong with that pickup truck. There's no undercarriage. We are parked at the little tiny airport. Look how adorable the airport building that the game generated is. Look at this. That is just so cute. That's perfect. But anyway, yeah, we're parked here at Stanley. There's nobody else here with us. It's just me. There are other players. This is multiplayer. But I appear to be the only one hanging out in Stanley. We're going to fly to an airport I saw in a YouTube video. It's a private airstrip that's basically straight down the valley that we're looking down right now. And it's basically a fly-in restaurant. So we're going to go find that. I hit the wrong button there. There we go. Now we're inside, and I really need to get the dead zone on that stick fixed. That's fine. Let's get the airplane started up. We are not even close to full fuel, so before starting engine. This is like in the middle of a much longer flight that I've been doing all day. So that is off. This just happens to be the leg that I'm on. And I want to record this one. This will be my first trip. That's on automatic already. My first trip into this airport. So I might just completely mess it up. Emergency fuel valve, normal. Yep. All electrical equipment is off. Yep. Power lever, idle. That's my throttle. Electric master, on. Boop. Check fuel quantity. As expected, about 75%. It feeds from this tank into this tank. This tank bleeds off. Or no, sorry, I think it fills. I'm not sure how the fuel transfer thing works, honestly. But this tank appears to be the one that's getting depleted, and this one's fine. So hopefully we won't just like run out of fuel mid-trip. So electric master off. Before starting engine. Scroll top, set parking brake, reset page. Parking brake, set, check. Control stick, free and correct, full travel, do. Yep. Check. Trim wheel, takeoff. Already did that when I landed, check. Power lever, idle. Already did that, check. Avionics master, off, check. Electric master, on. Check. Acknowledge button. Press. Ding. Oh. Alright. Starting engine. Strobe lights. On. Check. Oh, reset page. On. Check. Power lever. Idle. Done that 3 times now. Check. Engine master on. Wait until glow indicator goes out. So engine master. On. Wait for this light to go out. There we go. Start the engine. There we go. Engine is running. Perfect. Annunciator panel. These all look good. Avionics master switch. Turn that on. I'm going to turn on the fuel transfer thing. I don't know how the fuel transfer thing works. Right, avionics is on. Our nav is good. Okay, yeah, we still got the trip I had programmed in. I programmed this all in manually. I'm so proud of myself. I had so many waypoints in Idaho to do on this one. Let's go ahead and just fill up our... Actually, there's no fuel here, I don't think. So we're not going to fill up our fuel tanks here. Though... I feel like this airport would have fuel in real life. Maybe not. I don't know. We're going to fill up anyway. Boop, boop. Cheating. Electrical equipment on as required. It will be these switches down here. Yep. Let's see. We've got our strobe, position, taxi lights, pitot heat we don't need. And check. Navigation lights on. Or just did that. Landing light as required. Check. Engine idle. Perfect. Check. Taxi. Parking brake. Release the parking brake. I can do that. Oh. Doop. That's going to be this lever. Nobody landing. That's fine. We're still going to announce our taxi.
To Uniform 7 Traffic Diamond November 141 Lima Echo is taxiing to runway 17.
This plane does not like taxiing very much, by the way. I don't think it has a steering nose wheel. So all of your steering is, most of your steering is done with the brakes. So these like light spots in the dirt, I believe, are where the tie down points are in real life. So that's where all the planes actually like park. So then you just kind of pull forward, taxi down here. You see this is where a windsock should be. Now this looks like a really short runway. It was actually pretty long. Too much. These caster wheel planes, I'm just not good at them. That looks perfect. Alright, we're not lined up center, but that's fine. Alright, back in the pilot seat. Alright, taxi light off, landing light on. Fuel transfer things on. I think we're good. I think we are ready for takeoff. All right. Throttle full. Flaps to 1 notch. Release the brakes. Got the propeller going, so our rudder's actually like useful now for steering. So this runway looks really short, but it's actually super long. It's just only paved for 1,600 feet. So hopefully we'll get off the ground before the pavement runs out. Oh boy. Yoink. Kind of just hover in the ground effect. Don't drag into the dirt. Alright, there we go. Got some speed. Let's bring our trim back as I gently let the stick go back to neutral. Perfect. Let's get rid of the checklist. Thank you. Retract the flaps. Excellent. Flaps retracted. All right. We're going to start heading north and west. More west than north. Let's just do and do. Just get my. I have a button. If you hit the D key, it resets this because this gets off every now and then. You have to like compare it to that to make sure it's working right. And you can just do the mouse wheel thing and actually like manually set it to whatever your compass reading is. But it's way faster to just hit the D key. Way faster to just hit D. Alright. I'm gonna pitch for decent climb. We're gonna bring back the throttle to about 90% or 66 on the load thing for the climb. So this appears to have a fixed pitch a fixed pitch propeller, which is cool, but I don't seem to have a propeller knob, so I wonder if I can... Yeah, no, I slide my propeller control and it doesn't affect the RPM at all. So it just seems to have like a combined throttle and RPM in this power lever, which is pretty cool that it's that smart. So we do have our flight plan programmed into the GPS. ID 74 is our next destination. That is the Big Spring Ranch, which is basically just like a fly-in restaurant. It's just a runway. Like literally the only way to get to it is by horseback or airplane. So like it's not an easy place to get, but they fly supplies in all the time, and just pilots from all over the country fly up here to eat at this little ranch in the middle of nowhere, and they rent out rooms and stuff. Just fascinating. I heard about it and I'm just like, I've got to see this now. I've got to go see what this looks like in Flight Simulator. It's a really dramatic approach too. Alright, good. So this is our highway below us and to the left. I am flying this VFR. We do have it programmed into our GPS, but I don't want to have to climb completely over all the mountains that are in the way, because that's just not as fun. So we're going to try and just VFR this to our destination. I actually want to fly on the right side of this road for now, just because it looks like there's a lot more open space there. Now that we're up in the air, you can see more players in the distance. So yeah, I might release the flight plan for this trip that I've programmed in. Like, I might just like throw it into a Google Drive or something and make it available to folks, because I think it's really neat that this works. And I feel like a bush trip through Idaho is just perfect. Though I don't know if you can change my flight plan to the airplane on it, because I'm not sure this diamond can actually take off from every airport on on this trip. Because I know specifically Lower Loon Creek is going to be a difficult one, and I've got that in this flight plan. But I'll certainly, well, almost certainly do a video doing the entire trip at some point. Once we finish the Yosemite thing, I'll keep tweaking my own Idaho bush trip and eventually just do a series of videos on that. Because, you know, I'd like to keep flying in the places that I know somewhat. Not that I know this part of Idaho particularly well. That road down there, I was too long to drive on. So I don't particularly know Idaho 21 very well, which is this road. It does go eventually to Boise, but it is heavily length restricted. Like, you cannot get a 53-foot trailer legal on that road, because you need, if you've got a trailer over 48 feet long, it has to have an off track of less than 3.5 feet, which a standard 53-foot trailer, even with, like, you could put a, you could basically put a set of wheels, you could put an infinitely small tractor on the Kingpin, and it would still have off-track greater than 3 feet, so you cannot get a 53-foot trailer legal for this route, I don't think. Not without steering axles, anyway. Which I think is the point of that restriction, is they don't want 53s up here, which I kind of understand. Kind of understand. But anyway, we're going to keep flying towards our destination. How far away are we? 19.7 miles, so this won't be a very long trip. Gosh, it's gorgeous though, isn't it? Stanley way back there. I am really curious to see how the restaurant is rendered in the game. All right, I think we're pretty much level right now, so let's just bring our throttle back. There we go. That should be about 70% on the throttle. Let's see here. How'd I do? 68. Oh, perfect. That's not bad for just eyeballing it with my actual physical throttle. Gosh, it's gorgeous up here. So I never actually drove through Stanley. I really wanted to. I had the permit that would let me take a 53-foot trailer up there with, if I had the axles slid all the way forward. But I never had an excuse. I almost bobtailed there once just because I could, but decided against it. Such a beautiful part of Idaho. The terrain up here is just phenomenal. I just landed at an airport down on the other side of these mountains to our left, called ironically Atlanta. It doesn't look anything like Atlanta, Georgia, but it is Atlanta, Idaho, and it's quite a challenging little landing spot. There's two little runways in the area called Atlanta. There's one that's like at the bottom of the valley floor, and there's one like partway up the hill near all the houses. So I landed on that one because it was a little more obvious that it was an airport. Also, I don't think the other one is listed in the game as an airport, though you can see it. It's visible in the satellite view, and I was able to see it in Google Maps as well. So, but one of them is actually like an airport you can spawn in at in the game. That is Atlanta, Idaho. So I did a landing there, which I think I recorded a short takeoff and landing there as well, and probably upload that before this. So yeah, that's off that way somewhere, if you are curious. So I think we might be coming up on the spot where I am going to be splitting from this road. Let's just see here. Yeah, I think that's up here. So I think this road goes around and down this valley, which makes this Cape Horn Mountain. So we need to go around Cape Horn Mountain, which I think will be going through this valley and not that one. There are more landmarks I can follow if we go left, though. But it looks like it's higher terrain. Let's get more fine camera control here. So yeah, if we go this way, we can creep through this up here, and there's another landing strip that I can show y'all. Which actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's follow the road. The more direct route is up this valley. We're gonna keep following the main highway here. And then this will be our turn towards the first little runway is Bruce Meadows, which I don't know if that's a person's name. I don't know if Bruce Meadows is like a first and last name, or if it's just a single person named Bruce that found a meadow. So we'll buzz that airport. It's a pretty sizable airport, which surprised me. And it is accessible by car, unlike the one we're going to. So I don't know if maybe maybe that's kind of a thing where the people that run the ranch fly people out of there to the actual ranch or something. I don't necessarily need to be this high. Story of my life. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, we'll just bank for this gap, which should be our forest road towards Bruce Meadows, and this being Cape Horn Mountain to our right. If I know where I am properly, which I've never driven this route, I've never flown this route, I've never out of body experienced this route. I've only seen one person land a decent distance from here on YouTube once. Oh yeah, there's our road. See a little bit of it here. We are higher than we need to be, but that's not a bad thing. Altitude is a valuable commodity in flying. I finally figured out what looks kind of odd about the mountains is there's snow rendered on the ground, but the trees have no snow on them. That's why they look a little funny. That's the thing, is we need some snowy tree textures up here if a Sobo happens to be watching this. Woo! Turbulence. Very turbulent turbulence. Alright, so I think that would be most likely Bruce Meadows up in front of us. Just to give you an idea what kind of terrain we are at. We are currently at 8,600 feet. Actually, let me just reset the barometer real quick. Yeah, we're still at 8,600 feet, so that's quite impressive terrain. All right, let's just bank a little bit to the left. There's like a building down there. That's interesting. Bank a little bit to the right while I look in that general direction. Yeah, I think that's our road down there. Yeah, that looks like Bruce Meadows right there, from what I've seen of the Google. So yeah, this is the Bruce Meadows landing strip. Well, somewhere around here, actually. I think it's on this side of that spot. I'm not 100% sure. If I am interpreting this properly from above. Yeah, the closer we get, the more that looks like a runway, huh? Which means our road is this one. This is the one that goes towards the closest spot you can get by road to this ranch slash bed and breakfast slash restaurant, exclusively for people that fly. There we go. Camera control. Stop loading things in. It's just trees and mountains. What could possibly be so difficult? Alright, so the runway, clearly most people just land on this part of the runway. Like you can see the dirt is a different color, but the end marks are here and here. So it's a pretty long runway. You can get a lot of planes onto that. And everyone just kind of parks down here and along that, and as far as I can tell. I don't actually know what that particular runway is for, but it's very long, which is kind of impressive for most of the random little airstrips out here. Most of them are not so accessible. All right, so this is where it starts getting tricksy. All right, so we're gonna fly up this valley. And we're looking for a stream kind of branching off to the left down another valley, kind of just like maybe around on the other side of this little hill right here. So I think we're going to be hooking around there, and our landing site should be over in that direction, which I believe our smart cam will look at it. Okay, so yeah, it looks like it's just like directly on the other side of this hill, judging from this cheaty little smart cam. You can also see our GPS route coming back in here, the direct line from Stanley to this airport, so I believe I have navigated correctly. Let's get the feet on the pedals, because we're going to be going into a landing configuration here very soon. In fact, we're going to go ahead and start bringing the throttle back and pitching up to bleed off some speed. We do not want to be climbing. We just want to slow down. So yeah, I think it's actually just right over here. Then... We're looking, we're looking. Let's get a notch of flaps down. Flaps are down? Yeah, flaps are down. Just to bring our speed down. Just kind of cruise around here without having to be pointing at the sky. Alright, so there's the other valley that we would have come up on the other side of that mountain. That's good. There's one of the landing strips. That's the Forest Service strip, so our strip should be around... Okay, so we're going to go around this hill, and hopefully the runway will just be there. And we'll just go straight into a landing configuration. It's exciting! We're about to land on a runway we cannot even see from here. I don't know about you, but I'm going to go make a fried egg sandwich when I'm done, because that just seems like the kind of thing that a ranch breakfast would include. I've got myself thinking about food, so I have to go make food as soon as I land. Alright, so we're going to look left as we come around this corner. Just looking for our landing strip. Should be like right in front of us. Oh, we're flying into the sun. Perfect. Alright, everyone, keep looking. It's down here somewhere. Oh, is that it? Is that directly in front of us? Oh, that's perfect. My character seems to want to look down there, but it appears to be straight ahead. I think we found our runway. Yeah, I'm just like glancing at the GPS screen. That's it, dead ahead. I think my GPS already just jumped to the next waypoint, which is way down there. That's why my camera is now not looking at the runway that I wanted to look at. Ah, this is so perfect. Alright, what's our airspeed look like? We're below 80. Let's get the second notch of flaps down. Bring a little more throttle in. Don't start climbing, but we don't want to start... We don't want to lose a ton of speed either. We're just going to go straight in on this runway. Alright, yeah, let's start bleeding off some altitude here. No, we don't want to hit the trees. We're just kind of aiming for that dirt spot where it looks like everybody else touches down. This looks like it's slightly uphill. Don't hit the trees. Don't hit the trees. It would be really embarrassing if I hit a tree right here. Kill the throttle. Just let it gently set down. Perfect. Use the brakes for steering to a degree. Where's the house? Stop hiccuping. I got these little cabins off to the right. I should probably be slowing down now. Ah, there we go. Oh, the house is disappointing. It's much more impressive in real life. Oh, it's just like they turned it into a barracks building. That's so disappointing. It's okay, though. Get ourselves off of the runway. Oh, there's a nice little cabin. That's more appropriate. Ah, there we go. Flaps up. Let's pull the parking brake. Yoink. Ah, there I can get my feet off the pedals. Much better. Let's turn the landing lights off and the strobe light off. The avionics off. The engine master off. And... oh! I hadn't finished my flight. How did... wait. 3 takeoffs and 4 landings? How did I do that? One of my takeoffs apparently didn't count. I'm not done. Let me keep going, please. Thank you. Alright, so engine off and... I do not need the checklist. Thank you very much. Alright. Let's just get that back to takeoff before I forget. Next time. There we go. Let's pop out and take a look around here. Can I control? Yeah, there we go. Got it. I'm so kind of disappointed at how they look. This would be such a great runway, or such a great airport for them to eventually do, for somebody to eventually do upright. Do they have this paved here? Does the game consider that paved? It looks like gravel, actually. I don't know. It's kind of shiny like asphalt. Pretty sure it's just dirt, the whole thing. I can't, like, actually... Am I going to just go into the ground, or am I going to, like, roll along the ground? How's this work with this camera? Okay, good. It just kind of rolls along the ground. There we go. I wish I could control this better, but I don't have my Xbox controller plugged in. I'm pretty happy. This is gorgeous. It was such a fun flight. Let's get ourselves a screenshot for the thumbnail. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for flying along with me today. Nice little short hop that I strongly recommend everyone check out. That's a really fun little flight. That is from Stanley, Idaho, which is 2U7 is the airport ID. And then the place where we landed is ID 74 Sulphur Creek Ranch. And I strongly encourage you to actually like check that out on just like search YouTube and get a look at some of the videos of pilots flying in there, because it's really cool approach. And just I'm fascinated that there's just a restaurant that you have to fly to in the middle of nowhere in Idaho. That's just awesome. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Elio Dare. You can find me on Twitter, Xbox Live, Steam, Xbox Live if you want to play Flight Simulator with me, or just see me in the game. Or, you know, you can just hop on the West Coast server and look for me in Idaho or Nevada, somewhere around there. Easier to find me if you follow me, though. Then I appear on the map a little bit more, obviously. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Oh, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, I guess. I'm supposed to say that, I think, for the YouTubing stuff. I just forget, and hardly anyone watches these, so it doesn't matter. Look, I think we've got somebody coming to join us. Oh, wow, yeah, they are actually really close. Okay. Now I'm curious to see what's about to happen here. Are they going to come down and... What is happening here? Are they actually going to come down and land? I wasn't expecting another player just fly into screen there. I have no idea. I'm doing my outro. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day.